What's going on, Guardians? Today we're going to be doing a different style video. Today we're going to be talking about some news in Destiny 2. Recently, Polygon released an article where the author got to sit down and talk with Mark Noseworthy and Luke Smith about the new Armor 2.0 system coming in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep later this year. Just Armor 2.0 is something that I'm very excited about, and that's why I want to talk about it today in this video and kind of talk about some of the things that Luke Smith and Noseworthy discussed. So, initially, just thoughts about armor. Currently, I like the enhanced perks are okay, but basically in the current realm of Destiny, you can pick two paths. You can pick one where you want your stats to matter, and those stats are so unmeaningful and they're so minor that the main stat that really matters in the game currently is a special ammo scavenger, so like a shotgun, a fusion rifle, or a sniper rifle scavenger in Crucible, so that you can pick up some more ammo off of the bricks you pick up. Other than that, nothing really matters in terms of armor. And so you can pick to upgrade, you can pick your like little stats that help out, like enhanced targeting and things like that, or you can pick something, or you can pick kind of the way your character looks and really go for a look in the game. However, in my personal opinion, the armor sets currently in Destiny 2 are not as nice as they were in Destiny 1. They aren't as like extravagant and detailed. I feel like they're kind of boring and bland. So both the looks are okay and the stats really don't matter, but that's what they're trying to change with Armor 2.0. So basically what's going to happen in Armor 2.0 is they explained Armor 2.0 is going to have an energy system, and you power up the armor to increase its capacity. So I assume you get like more energy points for the armor, and that the energy points are what you can use as capacity. So when you put a mod in, you lose some energy points, and you basically have to fiddle around with the number of energy points you have and the mods you have to get the best perks and stats out of your armor. So you're going to power up your armor to increase its energy capacity, which lets you equip more mods. And so this is pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about this. This is the part of it that I'm actually excited about, because now you're going to be able to really mod your character and really determine like how powerful you are and whether or not you're going to be able to build certain builds via this kind of mod, these mods. And then later in the article they talked about how new mods will be coming. However, they didn't really go into much detail about that. The next big part of Armor 2.0 is that instead, right now we only have mobility, resilience, and recovery. There will now be intellect, discipline, and strength. And basically, if you didn't play Destiny 1, the more intellect you had, the shorter the cooldown was on your super. The more discipline you had, then your grenade cooldown was shorter. And the more strength you had, the better your melee cooldown was. The thing was, in Destiny 1, you could only get a certain amount of each one, and a certain amount in total of the whole thing. So you had to decide, like, do I want a build where my super has a really low cooldown, my grenade has a really low cooldown, but then my melee doesn't? Do I want a super with a really low cooldown and then a grenade and a melee that are kind of equal, but not as good as if I spec more into one? Or do I want a build where I have my grenade and my melee all the time, but my super takes a longer time to generate? So those types of things are going to be really player specific and activity specific as well. And overall, I think that's going to add a lot to character builds as well, because you can build something, for example, where you just get to spam a bunch of grenades, or you get to build something where you get to spam a bunch of supers. One thing I am concerned about with this whole intellect, discipline, strength thing is we currently have mods that already address those cooldowns, and I'm wondering if those stack on with our current mods. So I'm worried, like, if you stack a bunch of super mods and have a really high intellect stat on your actual armor, is your super cooldown gonna be really fast? So that's one thing I am worried about. But overall, I'm really excited for this intellect, discipline, strength. And overall, I think it's a really good idea, and I'm really excited for it. Some of the things Luke Smith described, one of the situations with his build, he said, quote, "I like hand cannons, and so I might put 2 hand cannon reloader mods on my gloves that stack and work together." So from that, it sounds like the stats that are currently on our armor, like reloader and things like that, are now going to be in the form of mods that we have to find in the open world and then get to put on our armor and get to stack. So it sounds like on one armor piece, you can stack multiple of the same mod to be even more effective, which is really cool. So they said we're going to introduce new mods in the pool for you to chase, and that going forward right now they have to kind of discuss how powerful our characters are going to become based on this new armor system and based on the amount of mods we can use to be as strong as possible. And hopefully, what I'm really hoping is this is going to diversify player builds, and people are going to create actual builds once Shadowkeep releases. I know that I've had a couple build ideas in mind. I just don't want to farm the right armor and stuff because it's just so random and crappy right now. It's just so RNG to get exactly what you want. So I've held off from doing things like that, but I'm hoping that this fall build videos can be something we put on this channel, and build videos can be really cool just in general across YouTube and across the Destiny play space. Overall, I'm really excited about Shadowkeep. One of the other things they didn't mention is that your Eververse armor pieces that you currently have, if you delete them all for your Bright Dust, next season all of the Eververse armor are going to essentially become ornaments, and if you have the ornament, you can apply it to any armor piece. They're universal ornaments. So they're really combining, you know, your stat build and your looks into one cohesive character, and that's really exciting. So now you can finally look good and be effective in PvE or PvP. That's something I'm really excited for. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really excited for Shadowkeep. I know this was a little bit of a shorter one, but I really did want to talk about Armor 2.0 and the fact that I'm really excited for it, because I'm really excited to try diversifying my builds and playing with my Hunter and Titan to actually create builds on those characters. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in another video. Bye.